Racial tension in Birmingham, considered the capital of segregation, has gone to a new high with the events that occurred in Birmingham. Several people were found dead and several more were found injured. Now we take you with our live reporter, Celso Gomez, reporting in Birmingham, Alabama.
Celso? Good afternoon, America. This is Kelvin Villegas.
I'm Daryl Forrest, reporting from CNN News.
In today's news, we report on the protests in Birmingham, Alabama, in which several colored people were beaten mercifully in their fight for civil rights and the end to segregation.
Thank you, Dario. It is no question that racial tension in Birmingham has increased in the past months. I will now try to get an interview with one of the protesters. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure.
What is your name?
Charles Hughes.
Can you tell us a bit about what you are doing here?
Well, in fact, I'm actually trying to prove that we too are human and that we also deserve civil rights.
So tell us, Mr. Hughes, why do you choose to take the nonviolent approach when it comes to protesting?
Well, I honestly believe that it's the most effective way to acquire our goals toward peace and equality. So therefore, we are also determined to achieve our goals whether our lives depend on it or not. In fact, Martin Luther King was inspired by the work of Gandhi, who through his nonviolent approach was able to take down the most powerful country in the world, which was Britain at that time.
Now back at our studio, I think our anchors have a couple of questions that they would like to ask you. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
Charles, do you see the casualties, arrests, and injuries as a significant downfall? How does the violence affect your motivation to protest?
I honestly believe that it is not a significant downfall for our determination for peace and equality, because no matter all the hardships we face, we shall prevail.
Charles, why do you believe white Americans don't want to consider African Americans to be equal to them?
I think they believe that they're superior compared to us, when in reality God has created all human beings equally. I truly believe that no matter what race you are, Asian, American, African, Mexican, we are all human beings that were created equally by God.
So, Charles, tell me a bit about what this sign means. Why did you write it? What's the meaning behind it?
Well, the meaning behind this would be obviously because in the Declaration of Independence it was stated that all men are created equally, when in reality I am not being treated equally as a white American would be in this country.
Thank you, Charles. Those were some really inspiring words. Are we truly American when we don't even express the words that were written by our founding fathers so many years ago? Does that really make us American? Now we go back to Dario and Calvin at CNN. Calvin?
Thank you, Celso. Charles made some great points. How do you think this civil rights movement is going to end?
Well, I don't know exactly when these protests and riots will end, but I think what is certain, Dario, that there's certain great change that will be occurring in our society. It may be that the colored community will be able to get their rights, and then hopefully we will be able to have mix of racials. You know, everybody have the same rights, and I think that will be a great America for all of us. So I'm Calvin Villegas.
I'm Jared Flores.
Thank you. Good night, America.